All right, so now we are recording. I'd like to welcome everyone to our 11:11 p.m. Eastern Time, 11-minute meditation, one card pull, to help us ease into peace, calmness, and joy during 2020. Used to be during the COVID-19, but now I think we're all just past that, and we're just trying to move into this new, whatever new is for everybody. I always like to start off our session with how we are all feeling emotionally speaking on a scale of 1 to 10. 10, you feel great. 1, you still really want to crawl back into bed, put the covers over your head, and just move into 2021. So let's start off with Heather tonight. Where are you in your emotions?
Probably about a 7.
Awesome. And Nick?
At an 8.
8, good. And Susan? Your mic needs to be on.
6.5.
Okay, all right. So let's see what we need to hear tonight in regards to our affirmation, what chakra we're going to be focusing on, and also what number is going to provide a hidden message.
So Linda's here.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, Linda. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Before I get started into the card, what emotional level are you right now?
7.5.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. Yes. All right. So let's see what we got going on, what we need to hear. What card is just going to fly out the deck? All right. I think this card is very appropriate in regards to the energy we're going to be moving into, and I'll explain that in a second. Our affirmation, financial abundance. Financial abundance. Now, for those of you who know anything about numerology, right now we are currently in the 7 energy from the month of July, which is all about how we reflect, evaluate, analyze, how we think in the logical brain, but perhaps trying to move into the spiritual brain of going within and meditating on a higher level. As we slowly move out of July, we're going to be moving into an 8 energy month, which is all about abundance. It's all about the relationship that we have with money, how we bring money in, how we attract money, what resistance we have towards money. So it's really interesting on how this is showing up right now. So when we think about tonight's meditation, ideally, the goal is going to be in regards to focusing on financial abundance, how you attract it, your energy is towards it. And even from that matter, even checking in to see how you feel about money when you speak about it. Because I've counseled and worked with many clients that experience extreme anxiety when they had to speak about money. And the relationship with money and them were just not in the flow of receiving. Which is one of the reasons why there was so much anxiety. And interesting enough, as we have Linda here, who is our feng shui consultant, she was on my TV show, I think a couple of weeks back, speaking about career and feng shui. And very interesting in regards to financial abundance, how to attract more financial abundance into your life. Feng shui can help with that. So if you need to reach out to Linda. And our chakra associated with tonight's call, interesting because again, when we think about financial abundance, I truly believe it's what we say to ourselves about money and the beliefs and habits that we have around money is what it is we are actually creating. And we are powerful enough to really create financial abundance into our lives. All we need to do is learn how to create it by speaking about it in the flux of having it already, as opposed to constantly stressing over the fact that I don't have enough money, or this costs this much, or I have to pay this out. When we speak in a resistant form, we are literally blocking the flow of money to come in. So it's really about realigning the way we speak about having to pay a bill or having to, put out money to something that was unexpected. Because always remembering that if we can focus on putting out the money that's unexpected and realizing that if we're putting it out and we have no resistance to it, we're going to get it back, because that's called the law of attraction. What you put out is what you receive, as long as there's no resistance. So the third eye is going to be very helpful tonight in regards to allowing yourself to really create that abundance flow of money coming in. And our number here is 1 and 7. So 1 is really a new way of thinking about money. What is your relationship with money? How do you think about money? And how can you change it so it can be easier, lighter, and more fun to spend money? The 7 energy is, again, the reflecting. The reflecting on perhaps the old way of how you used to do things with money, and what new ways can you implement. In numerology, we take both numbers and bring it down to a single digit. So we come into an 8 energy. And when we think about the 8 energy and we turn that 8 on its side, you have this infinity balance of giving and receiving. But if you don't have that balance between giving and receiving, the flow doesn't work. If you are constantly just expecting to receive, but you're never giving, or when you are giving, there's so much resistance behind it, you literally get a blockage. So this is a really powerful card for tonight. Any questions regarding it before we dive into meditation? We're good? Okay. So I'd like to invite everybody to just place their feet on the floor, resting your hands into your lap. And when we rest our hands into our lap, I'd like to invite you to open up your hands where your palms are faced up. So it's actually going to open up the energy of receiving, ready to receive. I invite you to take a nice deep breath in. As you take this deep breath in, I'd like you to just allow yourself to take this breath and let this breath pull out anything that causes you to feel heavy, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. And as you do that, just let that breath go. I'd like to invite you to take another deep breath here. And as you take this deep breath, I'd like you to bring that breath down to your feet. As the breath reaches your feet, I'd like you to visualize the soles of your feet literally opening up, and this beautiful golden light is shining out. The golden light drops 12 feet down, as far down to Mother Earth, where Mother Earth is holding this beautiful clear quartz crystal that's as huge as the world. And then just slowly begin to visualize that beautiful golden light connecting into the clear quartz crystal, that you begin to sense, touch, and feel this vibration coming up your feet, moving up your legs, moving into your knees, moving up into your hips, that you can begin to feel this vibration sitting right in your tailbone at the root chakra. And then just slowly begin to visualize this beautiful golden light that's connected into that clear quartz crystal, into your root chakra. Now spiraling up as quickly as it can into your crown chakra. And when you can feel and see and touch that beautiful golden light right above your crown, visualize your portal opening. And that beautiful golden light expanding 6 feet above you, connecting to your higher self, your higher power, your loved ones, angels, and spirit guides. And in this very moment, you are feeling that connection between Mother Earth, your higher self, and feeling this beautiful spiraling energy of this golden light interacting from the root into your sacral, into your solar plexus, on into the heart, on up into your throat, on up into your third eye, interjecting into your portal. And then just feel this energy moving right into the third eye, where you can visualize this beautiful image of a third eye. And see this third eye as a beautiful indigo light combined with that golden energy connecting around it. And in the space with your third eye, I'd like you just to begin to visualize your relationship with money. How do you feel about money? We're going to move out of the logical side of the brain, so moving out of that left side of the brain, right side of the brain, and moving into that left side where it's all spiritual, it's all allowing you to be into that space. How do you feel about money? How does money make you feel? Do you get excited? Do you get nervous? Are you open to receiving? Do you feel like you have to work really, really hard to get it? Do you feel like you deserve it? Just allow yourself to be in whatever that relationship is with money. And just for today, it's not going to matter where that belief or habit or pattern came from. Now, whatever relationship you have with that money that may be heavy, that doesn't serve you, I'd like you to begin to let go of those emotions. And now I'd like you to begin to ask yourself, how would you like to have a relationship with money? What new belief would you like to take in regarding money? Just allow yourself to see that in your mind's eye, a new belief, your belief regarding money. This is where you get to create this new vision around money. And now in this very same space, I'd like you to begin to visualize, sense, and touch. Your higher self is going to ask you, what amount of money would you like to receive? And just visualize this beautiful check that your higher self is writing in the amount of what it is you would like to receive. Your name is on that check. It's payable to you. It's being given to you by the universe, your higher self, your higher power. Whatever amount you would like to receive, whatever dollar amount. And then once your higher self has handed you this money, I'd like you to begin to visualize, how are you going to use this money? Where's this money going? What are you doing with this money? And just be in that space of creating these beautiful ideas of where you're spending, your money? And are you spending your money? And just be in that space. There will be a few minutes of silence as you go through this process of spending your money. Whatever the dollar amount is, today you get to spend all that money. How are you spending it? As you're in the process of spending your money, I'd like you to be aware of how many checks you have written out in regards to what you spent your money on. What areas of your life did you spend your money on? And how is it feeling for you to spend your money? Again, does it make you anxious? Does it make you excited? And I'd like you to take a deep breath here. And as you exhale this breath, in your mind's eye, as you slowly begin to feel your energy moving back into your body, you are going to have a full, complete memory of how many checks you've written out, what the total amount of that check was your higher self gave you, and how you spent your check, how you spent your money, and what you were feeling in the process of spending. I'd like you to take another deep breath here. As you exhale this breath, just begin to feel your energy coming back into your feet, feeling your energy back into your chair, feeling your energy back into your room. And know that this beautiful golden light that is connected to your higher self and Mother Earth is still connected with you to keep you grounded and in your highest vibration to your higher self. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Is everybody back with us? All right, everyone can turn on their mics. Linda, you back with us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, so before we get started, I'm just gonna go into what our emotions are now from what they were. So we're gonna start with Heather. Where is your emotions now?
I'm gonna say it's probably the same. It's probably about an 8 still.
Okay. Nick, how about-
Mine makes me a little anxious. So, although while it was good, I mean, it's still doesn't be in.
Okay, just hold that thought. We want to just get through the emotions and then we're going to move on to what took place. Okay, so Nick, for you, what is your emotions?
I'd say about an 8.5. Similar reasons, actually.
Okay, so there's a lot of anxiety going on. All right, and Susan?
Mine went up from a 6.5 to an 8.
Excellent. And Linda?
Mine's an 8.
Awesome. Awesome. So now before we move into the questions, I do want to make a notation here. And Nick, we're going to rule you out of this because this has to do with my left leg, which is all feminine energy. So I don't know which one of the ladies in this group is dealing with past issues regarding finances, because my entire left leg from my hamstring down to my toes are completely numb. So someone energetically is dealing with some past issues regarding finances. So hopefully by the time we're done with this, I'll have feeling back in my leg. So I know it has nothing to do with Nick because it's not the right side of the body. And the reason why I say that, energetically, left side is feminine energy, right side is masculine energy. So, all right, so from what all of you or most of you have shared so far is that energetically, emotionally speaking, there was a lot of anxiety in regards to surrounding money. So what I'd like to find out regarding our meditation for tonight, and you don't necessarily have to share the amount if you're not comfortable sharing it, that's fine. But letting me know what it felt like when you were able to ask your higher self to write out a check for whatever the amount was for you, and then your higher self actually giving it to you. So we're going to start with that. How did that feel for you? Heather, how was that?
It was very good because actually both of those are things that I am working on. One is a property that is going to be sold. So I was receiving the check from that and able to do what I needed to do with that money. So instead of waiting to do it, I actually got to do it, and that felt very good. The second check I gave myself was really, I guess, an inheritance from the universe to do wonderful things.
Awesome. But how did it feel for you to be able to say the amount that you wanted and your higher self handing you a check?
Oh no, it was fantastic because I could do all the things that like you would ever want to do and never have to think twice whether you could or couldn't. You just could.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Nick, how about for yourself in reference to the amount that you asked for and then your higher self giving it to you? So being able to ask for a certain amount of money and then receiving that money. How is that for you?
I mean, I still had a little anxiety over it because I know we've dealt with the fact that I've always been taught that it's wrong to ask for more money than someone tells you you deserve. But I kind of got over that and just asked for it and really kind of made the case that I deserved it, and it wasn't really an issue. And nothing came up. And what I saw myself do with it, honestly, was completely renovating the house.
Awesome.
Totally gutting the house, renovating it, adding an extension, and making it a place for concert. Permanent.
Awesome. Awesome. So you were able to spend the money that you asked for, so you were able to put it out?
Yeah, I had blueprints in my head and everything.
Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Susan, how about for you?
So I asked for a certain amount. I don't know where the amount came from. I wanted 15,000, and I wanted to take 5,000 and put it on Apple stock because Apple stock is a really good investment right now. And then I wanted about 2,000 or 3,000 for a trip to Hawaii with my sister, because she wants to celebrate her being in remission from leukemia. And then the part that was left would be a little bit over 10,000. I wanted to see like what maybe use as a cushion, just as savings, and have
Okay.
it as an extra cushion.
All right. So how was it for you to actually be able to have the ability to ask for that certain amount and then actually receive it? That's my question. How was it to be able to ask for the amount and then to receive the amount? How was that experience?
Really comfortable, really good.
Awesome. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. And Linda, how about for you? Are you with me?
Yes.
All right. Did you hear the question or you need me to repeat it again?
And repeat it again.
Sure. So the
Sure.
question was in regards to when we were asking our higher self for a certain dollar amount, whatever dollar amount you wanted. How is it for you to ask for that dollar amount? And then upon asking for it, how is it for you to receive it from your higher self?
It was good. I don't recall a dollar amount, but I did get the information down.
So you were able to receive whatever the dollar amount was that you asked for. And you were able to spend it?
No.
Okay, so you didn't see yourself spending it?
No.
What did you see yourself doing with it?
Keeping it.
So there was no flow.
No flow.
Any reason why?
I guess fear.
Ah, something we have to work on. Yes, yes, something we have to definitely work on. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm glad that Linda actually shared that and the experience that she had. I'm not glad that she had the experience, but I'm glad she shared what she experienced, where she was able to ask for the amount, but she wasn't able to spend it based on the fear. And that sometimes happens, even as Nick was saying, in regards to even having the fear of asking for the dollar amount. It's like, for example, being in a business and going to the bank and they say to you, well, how much money do you need to invest in your business? And they say, give me any amount. And you walk out and say, I only need $5,000. $5,000 is not going to get a business anywhere. We all need to get into that space where when someone says, give me an amount that you want so you can create your desires, we all have to step out of the box and step into the most biggest amount of money, $100 million. $100 million. What can you do with $100 million? How can you spend $100 million? What do you want to invest in? The larger the amount, the bigger your dream. Because when we get into that space where we're just focusing on, let's say, $15,000, $15,000 we can spend like that. Give me $15,000, I'll spend it in 3 months.
As you were talking, I was thinking that I would change the amount to 50,000.
Okay, that doesn't matter right now because that's not what you were focusing on in meditation.
Right.
The point of it is that, and I'm glad you mentioned that too. The point of it is that here we have an opportunity where someone is saying, your higher self is saying, give me an amount you want. And we all have a restriction on what we feel we can make, what we feel we can have. And we all need to learn how to step out of that fear. And when someone says to you, how much you want me to write the check for? Think out of the box. Anyone who owns a business, $15,000 is not doing nothing for a business.
An electric bill.
Yeah, not doing nothing for a business. Renovating a house, you need more than $15,000. You need more than $50,000. And we have the abundance. What's that?
I said, that's just a kitchen.
Exactly. We have the ability, we have the power to create the financial abundance into our lives. We just have to stop being afraid and thinking that we don't deserve it. So the next time someone says to you, Nick, how much you want me to write that check out for? What's the number you're going to give them, Nick?
$1 million.
Okay. And then
I'm serious about that.
And then the key component is to be able to know how you're going to spend that $1 million. Now, component here is, and it's great to sit back and say, I want to put a portion of it in the bank as a cushion. But that money that sits in the bank just sits. There's no flow. There's no flow. And when you don't have any flow, that causes resistance and slows down the flow of money. You always want the money to flow. So in your mind's eye, you always want to know that if you're asking for $1 million, you want to spend every ounce of that million. You don't even want a penny left because that's going to create more flow. You want to invest money? That's how you invest money, by spending it, by investing. What are you doing with that money? What are you doing with $1 million? You're not going to go and buy pocketbooks for $1 million. You're going to turn around and do things that you want to do that's going to match your desire. The bigger amount that you can create in your mind's eye, the bigger your dream is going to get. And the one message I want to leave with all of you tonight is, whatever your dream is, think big. Whatever that dream is, think bigger. So if you want a big house, go to a bigger house. If you want to travel to 2 places, go to 5 places. Think bigger. The bigger you think, the bigger you create, the more abundance you're going to have, and the more things you're going to be able to give and receive. It's a constant flow of give and take. When you have a limited point of view of where money is and how much you're spending and what you're getting, it stops the flow of money. So we're all going to be in a space of creating billions of dollars, huge, huge, huge careers, huge dreams and desires. So whatever your dream is right now, think big. Think big. Because you can create it as long as you get out of your own way. And when there's anxiety involved, that's actually a good thing, because when we are asking for something that big, you're supposed to be afraid. You're supposed to have a little bit of fear because, damn, it's big. But that's a good thing because that helps you grow spiritually. Nick, how are we doing on time? 4 minutes? All right. So that's all we got for tonight, guys. This is our 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 11-minute meditation and 1 card pull. It was all about financial abundance. I'm hoping every one of you, our YouTube viewers, got something out of this, and we'll be thinking differently about money and how much money you're going to ask for the next time somebody says, what do you want me to write the check out for? Think big, go big, dream big. And for those of you who are watching from my YouTube channel, remember to subscribe. It's important. It helps me. I'll see you all tomorrow night at the same time. Have a blessed evening, many dreams, and namaste.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Everyone.